Hi, I'm Wahida Suleiman. I'm a software engineer here at LI-COR. Today I'll be talking to you about the 6800 software. When you first get your instrument and turn it on, this will be the page that you will first see. At the top is the status bar with the current version number of the software you're running, the time and the date, as well as if you are not plugged into AC power, an indicator of that you're on battery power and the time remaining. Along the top are the menu of options that you can navigate through, and you'll see that there are these colored badges indicating the number of environmental controls that are on target and the number of stability criteria that are stable. So to begin with, on the configurations page, this is an instrument that we've had internally for a while, so there are a number of previously saved configurations. You can save a new configuration, selecting which factors, environmental control factors you are interested in. You can load an existing configuration. You can also export a configuration if you have a USB device connected, or import a configuration from a connected USB device. We don't have one connected right now. So this is the configurations page where you can set up different controls and settings, such as graphs and grids, for the overall control and look of the software. Below configurations are connections. Connections show you which hardware head you are currently connected to. Below that are warm-up or system tests. There are various tests that you can select to run, such as flow control or warm-up tests, and these are started and stopped from this button here. Below that are calibrations. These are your instrument calibrations, which you can view, apply, below that is the data dictionary. The data dictionary can be very useful because it allows you to see what the various variables on the instrument are. For example, here we have A, or photosynthesis, or assimilation rate. And from here, you can continue to explore what we have on the instrument to see what their name is, the label, and where they're coming from. Below that are settings. So these are just regular settings for whether your preferences, whether you want to flip the screen, whether you prefer to see the battery level in a time estimate or a percentage, the time and date, as well as the zone, the volume, and the screen brightness. And below that is the standby or power off page. And here you can choose if you are going to be leaving the instrument to either conserve chemicals or conserve power and chemicals. And this is also where you can turn the instrument on and off. Now moving on to environment. On the environment screen, there are various selections for controlling flow, water, CO2, fan, temperature, light, a fluorometer if you have one, and what we call automatic controls, auto controls. And on each of these pages, you can turn the environmental control on or off and set it up as you wish. So if we turn flow on, we'll see that the setting of flow and whether or not you have maintained target or not will be indicated on the tab and also at the top of the menu. Water, you can also turn on or off from the radio button, and then you can also choose how you wish to control and change the setting. CO2, fan, temperature, light, and auto controls. Auto controls allow you to set a beginning and end target over a period of time to control CO2, fan, flow, water, light, and temperature as you wish. You can control more than one at once as you like. You'll notice at the top you'll see various warning messages appearing to warn you about, or at least inform you about, conditions that are happening that may affect the performance. Constants. There are various constants used for making calculations. There are the system constants, and then there are also constants that you can create as a user. Stability. This is the criteria you use to determine when your measurements are stable. You can add or delete them, you can change them, or set how you wish to define when they are stable. So now let's skip log files and auto programs and head over to measurements. Here's where we can see in real time all the data being collected by the 6800. We have 8 grids available for displaying data. And we have 8 graphs. We can edit how the graphs are set up. We can also edit the grids. We can also clear graphs or mark them. If we want to match, there is a screen for matching. If we're interested in logging this data, we'll have to skip back to log files, where there are options associated with logging data and log files. We can select our match options, our logging options, where we can simultaneously log to an Excel file. And if we had some constants or user-defined prompts, we can request to be prompted for them on a log. Here's where we can open a log file. We have many existing log files, and we can also create a new folder and new files to log to. So let's create a new file. After creating the new file, it's open and ready to log. We can see that we have a log file open with the green indicator in the menu and also the name of the log file in the Logging To tab. If we want to log a data point, all we have to do is press the log button. Since we selected to be prompted on log, we can make changes to the system constants, or if we had any user-defined constants, edit those now, and then continue to log. And we can see now there was a flashing log pending message, and the log number has been incremented to 1. If we want to log a remark, we can do that here. And if we are done logging, here's where we will go to close the log file. We can export logs if we have a USB thumb drive connected. We can also import logs from a USB device. If we want to look at the log data that we just logged, we can do that here and analyze logs. So this is the file from today that we just logged to. We can view that file, select the headers, look at the different data, we can define graphs and see the data that's been plotted. Auto programs. Here you have a selection of auto programs that you can run. If we want to log points for a regular interval over a period of time, we can do that by running the auto log program. If we don't have a log file open, we'll see there's a warning here, no log file open. So we can go back to log files and open an existing file or open a new log file. And here you'll see we have displayed the log file that we will be auto logging to. To begin an auto program, just press start. And the auto program will show you its progress and display data to you as it runs. And so the auto program has finished running, and we have logged 4 points to our log file. This has been a brief overview of the software on the 6800. There is much more available for you to learn about in the manual and on our website. And if you have any questions, as always, call us at LI-COR. We'll be happy to help.